This is our most recent 2020 release version of the Fire Red. And side by you can see that this little accent is red, while on the off-white, that color. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy J Rose. Welcome back to the page Ghostflykickz. Today we got a special video on deck today. But before we get started, please guys hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We got brand new content coming out every few days, and the more subscribers we have, the more that content become more frequent. But let's get to the business. Today we've got a really dope shoe, a dope collaboration, highly anticipated, and I was able to hit for retail on the sneakers app. So someone's up there, someone's listening for me, somebody's looking out for me. But today, guys, we're going over the Air Jordan Off-White 5 sale. Today, we're going over the Air Jordan 5 Off-White. Official colorways are Sail, Fire Red, Muslin, and Black. And as you can see, guys, it's a pretty dope shoe. Came from. This is the second iteration of the Off-White / Jordan 5. The first pair was the Muslim pair or the black pair, which came out around All-Star Weekend. Now, 8 months later, Jordan Brand Nike Virgil Abloh has hit us with the second iteration of this model. Designed by Virgil Abloh, who is the lead designer of Louis Vuitton right now, and also the founder and creator of Off-White. Virgil Abloh's unique style is to deconstruct the shoe. That is his thing. He wants to deconstruct the shoe so that way it's very minimalistic and it exposes the interior. So guys, going over the upper of the shoe, instead of having the traditional leather, suede, or nubuck upper, it actually is replaced with a foam upper with a textile nylon on top. What this allows is that the shoe is much lighter. However, it is not as durable. So you can see on the collar, the foam is exposed. So this is the same as if Virgil literally deconstructed the shoe by removing the leather upper, exposing the foam underneath. The reason why this nylon textile pattern is on top is because if you go back to the original Air Jordan 1, part of the 10 collection, that shoe featured on the toe exposed foam and also on the sides, which was a really cool take. The problem with it is it's not very practical. For one, foam absorbs dirt very quickly. So not only it attracts dust, but it absorbs dirt. So if you were walking, even with very minimal rain or somebody splashed a puddle on you, it's going to stain. There's no way to get that out really. I mean, you can use Oxy Scrub, but for the most part, you're just risking damage to the shoe. The other downside of it is that the foam, when it's unprotected, when exposed to heat, is very susceptible to turning yellow. This is what this textile nylon does. It protects the foam from the elements and at the same time slows down the yellowing process. But to add on to that, Virgil Abloh doesn't mind the yellowing process. Working our way down to the outsole, you see we have a aged yellow outsole where we would have the clear translucent outsole. And then you can see right here, we got the smoky but translucent black part right here in the middle, which would normally be dyed black or painted black or be a rubber. So it's kind of like a ghosting effect, but at the same time, they're also showing you the vintage, used look, worn in look. Virgil definitely has his own unique style. So let's go back to the top, guys. So we talked about this nylon texture. It's done in a very creamy sail color. It's not white. And when you look at it in certain pictures, it may look white, but in person, it's very yellowish, creamish. It doesn't bother me at all. I actually kind of like it. However, it is a lot of it, especially when you get to the heel right here, which has a really nice 23. But you can see this little heel cup pattern area, which is where your support is. It is a darker color than some of these other panels. And also, if you work your way up right here, you see it's a little darker than the rest of these panels. So if you don't like that vintage age look, you're probably not going to love these shoes. But if you don't mind it and you can appreciate it, you would think these are dope. Still going up to the top, you can see here where we have the translucent plastic patterns on the tongue and even on the side, they've been replaced with a darker yellow H type color. But in true off-white fashions, we still have those cutout inserts. These are like windows inside the shoe. I heard they've been inspired by the Air Jordan 2010, which is the signature shoe that Dwayne Wade wore when he signed the Jordan brand, which had the window in the middle, but I can't confirm that. But one thing I can confirm is when you wear this shoe with socks, and particularly like fashionable socks, you will be able to see inside of it. So it's kind of a cool glimpse to show off your fashion accessories. And moving our way to the medial side, we have that hit right here again and along the collar. So these are where those big bulges will be on the ankle padding, but those have been removed. On the medial side, we do have our standard off-white branding wording right here, but once again, it's been separated from the plastic mesh, the plastic netting, to with this cutout insert. Looking at the eye stays, they've been replaced with a translucent aged yellowish color. Still plastic, but it's definitely an aged color. Working our way up to the tongue, we have our standard Air Jordan 5 tongue done in 3M. However, it does have a big hole in it, going with the off-white hole deconstruction theme. And also, you'll notice that the tongue is a lot thinner. This shoe does not have a whole lot of padding. The padding has been removed for the sake of the style. I have heard that the shoe is comfortable, but you're not gonna get the stability that you would normally get in a traditional Air Jordan 5. And actually flipping around the tongue, you see that the Air Jordan is still there written on the back side, but it's also have been removed due to this cutout as well. Looking at the lace lock, we have our sail translucent lace lock with a fire red part, or a fire red middle. It does read Nike on it as well. Going back to the lateral side on the heel, we have this really nice red 23 stitch on the inside. It's not on the outside pattern, but inside of it, there's a red 23. And working our way up to the heel, we have a black Nike Air on the heel, which I really like that touch. The shoes do come pre-installed with a pair of sail off-white cream laces, but they also give you quite a few other options. They come with a black pair and a red pair, and each pair says shoelaces on the tips. We have an all black insole with a red Nike Air. Now it's pretty obvious that this shoe was inspired by the OG colorway Fire Red, but they're not quite identical. This is our most recent 2020 release version of the Fire Red, and side by side you can see the similarities, but there are quite some differences. For one, the Fire Red has a red lining on the inside collar, while the off-whites have the exposed foam. The insoles are black and red, while this one is black and white. Looking at the lateral side of both shoes, you can see there's a predominantly black outsole with the red shark teeth, and it stays true there. On the medial side of the OGs, you can see that this little accent is white, while on the off-whites, this accent is red. This version does not have a stitched 23 on it, so I can't compare it to the off-whites there. But working our way up to the heel, you can see that the original pair have a red Nike Air, while the off-whites have a black Nike Air. Both shoes have Nike written on the outsole with a red Jumpman on the translucent part. Other than that, the shoes are very, very identical, and you can see that Virgil Abloh pretty much took inspiration from a deconstructed aged pair of the Fire Reds and then flipped a couple details. Now let's compare these to the black Muslim pair that came out earlier this year. The black pair of the Off-White 5s, which dropped All-Star Weekend, are heavily inspired by the OG metallic pair. As you can see, that both shoes are for the most part identical, but while they are similar, there are some distinct differences similar to the Off-White Sail and Fire Red pair. You still have that black metallic tongue. However, this shoe has been deconstructed to be very minimalistic and is largely foam with the textile upper on top. Working our way to the heel, both heels are done in a white Nike Air. One difference is that the back patch of the Off-White pair is a black patch with a red Nike Air written, while on the 2016 OG black metallic, it is a white patch with red Jumpman writing on the back of the tongue. Unfortunately, this pair doesn't have a 23 on the heel either, while the Off-White pair definitely has the 23 on the heel, and it's a nice touch. The Off-White pair comes with an extra pair of sail laces and red laces. And here's a shot of both Off-White pairs side by side. The funny thing is, when these dropped, a lot of people were kind of like, they obviously recognized the hype because they're off-white, but they were not in love with this pair. A lot of people didn't like the color because while it is black, it's really more of like a dark gray. Also, you have to kind of get adjusted to this off-white exposed foam, very thin upper. You know, it's, to be honest with you, it's kind of flimsy. Like, it's, you know, I would, please don't play basketball in these, which no one plays basketball in retros anymore anyway. But like, you know, these are strictly casual wear, so you know, there's just not a lot of support, despite potentially being comfortable. But you know, now that time has passed and the value has gone up, these have really grown on a lot of people's book and opinion. Like, a lot of people really do like these, and I'm hearing 50-50 split. I do think, like, having both pairs in hand right now, like, I'm drawn to the lighter color, but these are dope. Like, I would rock these right now, and I think that's the difference. You can wear these with pretty much anything, and if you don't care about this necessarily sole being aged and already like oxidized, which I care about keeping my soles clean on top of that, so I would still kind of protect them regardless of the color of them. But you could wear this with anything. You could wear it in the fall, you could wear it in the summer. Like, these is kind of dope. Wow, these are dope too, but it's just kind of like, you know, that's more of a, you know, a brighter color, maybe spring, summer, you know. I mean, you can wear it whenever you want, but I think the black pair has more utility. So I think that's why this pair will probably be higher in people's regards right now, and in fact that it's been out longer. Usually the OG colorways of a shoe or a collaboration tend to go for the most. And on top of that, the resale value is higher, which kind of goes with coming out first. So there you have it, guys. Here's my review of the Off-White Jordan 5 sale. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments below, which pair do you like? Do you prefer the OGs or you prefer the Off-Whites? And which Off-White or OG you like best? All right, guys. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. Once again, this is J Rose. Thank you for checking out the page, Ghostflykickz. I appreciate you. Be safe. Take care. Peace.